Today we take a look at something that I don't think anyone asked for, nor anyone needed. But here it is anyway, and I've been tasked with reviewing it, so here we go. This is the Moorebot Scout, and it's a small remote control camera touted as sort of a surveillance device for your house. As you can see here, they also claim that it's a pet companion. Well, we'll test that out a little later. And a robot education device. So the first real challenge, though, getting it out of the box. And yeah, he's my past self is, yeah, he's struggling. Anyway,
Very stuck. Okay.
he's very stuck. So we take a look now. That comes with this little dock for charging, which is fine. You have to stick it to the floor with these little adhesive pads, because as you can see, it's just a tiny, sort of flimsy piece of plastic, and the robot has to drive onto it to charge with these little contact points on the bottom, right? So it clips on like that. So you have to stick it to your floor, which is a little weird, whatever. The wheels on these things, they're like wheels on wheels, basically, and it allows it to drive sideways and turn around and stuff. They rattle a lot. We'll just tell you that right up front. The face looks kind of like a weird little Boston Dynamics face, which is adorable. Something I also thought was a little bit strange. The dock is USB-C, but the actual plug you get is just a USB-A wall wart and a USB-A to C cable. So they kind of cheaped out there. Oh well. The next challenge in reviewing this product was actually turning it on. You can see there's a button on the side here that you press, presumably, but you hold down on it, it makes a lot of clicks, and it doesn't do anything. And you're like, oh, what the heck? As it turns out, it just takes a really long time to power on, and you can see I literally just sat here puzzled by this device. I didn't know what it was doing. It just kind of, you power it on, there's no LED that comes on or anything. It makes a lot of relay clicks inside itself, and then it just sat there for a full who knows how long. So I gave up after a while, started filming the app. Oh, and then it just started magically coming to life and making weird noises. A theme with this device is that it makes weird noises just all the time for seemingly no reason. But anyway, so we started the app. And the app is, well, it's an app. It kind of sucks. It has a lot of unfinished UI situations. So we've got this, please connect, yes or no, instead of like okay or something. So you got to find the Wi-Fi that it's just like any other IoT device where you find the Wi-Fi like network that it projects, you connect to it, you give it a password. The password for this one was not actually in the instructions. I had to go research online for a while. I came back, finally got the password in there, changed the password, and then it made more noise. And yeah. So another yes or no question. Connect it to your own Wi-Fi. Okay. We've set it up sort of. Yeah, great, cool. Okay, so now we come to the downloading firmware, which another thing, this was impossible. Not impossible, but so you download the firmware, right? And then that's all great. But then they tell you later, oh, okay, we're ready. Oh yeah, you gotta connect it to the charging base to update it. Cool, great. So let's get the charging base out, set that up. Cool. We'll get this little guy parked on that. Excellent. More weird noises. So then we say, let's go ahead and update. Fantastic for updating. And then I just decided, okay, I'll just leave that be for a while. I came back and, oh, yeah, it's just broken again because that seems to be its thing. You think it's rebooting, but it's just doing nothing, making lots of noise. This was another good 5-10 minutes of being confused. So, yeah, that just happened. Then all of a sudden, it just drove off of its dock and scared me to death. That's just apparently a thing it did. I don't know why. And then I can control it now, which is neat. Yeah, so, but it drove off its dock by itself once the firmware was done, which was a little terrifying. And, yeah. So, all that said, the setup is weird. We'll take a look at the app, which isn't horrible, but also isn't amazing. There are these little sort of, there's like a scratch pad where you can build, like, macros for making the bot do different things. There's like a little designer where you can make it go forward and back and like drive around. That's kind of cool. This is sort of the app or the UI that allows you to sort of learn. It's a very weird. It's almost like a visual code type situation. Like I've seen a lot of apps that do this to teach kids how to code, and you know it works okay. The UI though, like back buttons, not great. So this whole screen was kind of interesting. I didn't play with it much because I didn't find it interesting past an initial just, oh, that's cool. What I really was interested in was actually telling it to plan a path around my house and drive. Although that's thoroughly impossible because, as it turns out, the way that the bot keeps track of where it's going is the wheels. And the wheels slip and slide on tile floors. So, since my house is basically all tile, we drove around the house a bit, and it got lost, and I didn't really bother making this video even longer just to show the bot getting lost, but basically it just ran into the wall a lot, and it couldn't find the charging base, etc. But I'll just demonstrate a real quick thing. You can build a new path by saying new patrol path, and now it will track where it's going, and you just drive it with these little directional pads. And you can see that you can like sort of turn around, you can drive it. You can see that it uses the QR code type logo on the dock to figure out where the dock is. So when you tell it, hey, go back to the dock, it sort of will find that. The problem is that it has to find the dock based on the camera angle, and then it sees the dock and goes, oh, cool, I'm going to turn around. And the problem becomes that then it tries to back up and usually gets lost and doesn't get on the dock. So here I'll show you the actual perspective of the bot and what it was doing. This was a very frustrating part because when I was testing this and just running it around the house, a lot of times it would leave the dock, it would drive around, get lost, hit a wall, and then you would take over manually, drive it back to the dock, and then tell it to dock itself, and then it would just kind of almost get to the dock, and then it would have problems. So like you can see here, we're about to initiate the docking sequence where you say, hey, there's the dock, go sit on it. And so it sort of sees the dock with its camera, and it starts by thrashing, and then it will move towards it, and it's like, okay, I think I see the dock. Great. We're gonna turn around. We're gonna start backing up to the dock, and oh god, we missed the dock. And now we're, yeah, pretty much that. So that's pretty much how everything happened. But the real key here is let's test the video footage and also whether or not my pets love it. So here's the dog, and Koopa's not really. She doesn't like it. Not a pet companion in the least for her. Yeah, she didn't like it at all. However much the dog didn't like it, the our cat Mira loved it, and I turned around and there she is. She loved this bot. This is the only thing that this bot was useful for, in my opinion, was cat. The cat loved it. The dog, as you see leaving, hated it. And, Mira loved this bot, though. She really got a lot of entertainment out of it. And as you can see, we're going to start sort of testing the video. The video is borderline terrible. There's not good stabilization. It tends to tear a lot when it's trying to process stabilization. And because the wheels are so rough, driving over tile, it tends to hit the wall. It tends to jump and jitter around. It's not terribly good. I don't know how anyone would use this for a surveillance device in your house because it doesn't ride smoothly enough. But yeah, so the cat, she basically got in the front of it all the time, and every time I would be driving it around, she would just be there. So I decided, all right, we're going to go attack her straight away and see what she says. Oh yeah, she loves it. She's not phased at all. The cat loved it. So the Moorebot Scout, if you have a cat, the cat probably will love it. I don't know. My cat loved it. Our cat was very excited about it. Our other cat didn't care. I couldn't even get him interested. But Mira here, she loved the bot. So yeah, pretty much. Pet companion, yes. House surveillance, not so much, because it can't patrol a path and find its way back home. I didn't even bother filming it because it was frustrating and terrible. Say what you will. It was bad. And so that's basically it. It also has night vision in case you ever want to try to drive it around at night. It sort of works. If you get too close to something, the actual infrared light that it emits washes things out really badly, so you kind of have to stay away from walls and edges, or things just sort of end up white. But well, the cat came by again. So even at night, she decided that she was going to get up and she was going to find it. And yeah, so listen, the Moorebot Scout, approved by Mira. I find it personally frustrating. So this was kind of a weird video. I didn't really know how to link this all together. So I'm sorry if it's kind of awkward, but it was just a really, really strange device. I don't know that I'd recommend it. If you want like just a fun toy for like $100, you can get them on Newegg for about $100. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is a strange one.